Talk Sports, where we strip away the fluff and get straight to the heart of the game. From the hottest plays on the court to the controversies off it. We're breaking it all down with unfiltered takes and raw honesty. No sugarcoating, no holding back. Just real talk for real fans. Let's get into it.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Keysha with Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports. What's going on, my peoples? Make sure when you come in to watch this video, you hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to Cut the Ish Real Talk Sport, please, please, please subscribe. I am on a journey to 2,000 subscribers. Right now, I am at 1,909 subscribers. So I need you guys to get me there. Please, please don't make me beg and please, but I'm trying to beg and please because I need more subscribers so I can keep bringing y'all good content. Deval, how you doing today? How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm appreciative to be here. Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. Thank you for being here with my crazy self for sure. But y'all, y'all hit the like button because we about to go through some stuff and give y'all some good content. Hold on, let me pull it up. We're gonna talk about Angel Reese and if the Chicago Sky really gonna make what the ball probably called one of the biggest mistakes in their existence in trading Angel Reese. Me, I can see the Chicago Sky making that mistake. But what you think, bro? What you think, Deval? Do you think they'll make that mistake, or am I just tripping and I'm in my feelings? What you think?
First of all black people don't look alike. Try to call me bro Claude. That's
That's
all.
because he's talking about me right now. That's probably what it is. Like my mama would say, he must be talking about me.
I just don't. I don't see it. I think she would really have to force their hand for them to
Mm,
do it. I don't
mm,
think they'll just do it willingly. I just the financial destination, the financial devastation that they will suffer from trading her. I don't think they'll want to risk that, and they don't want to risk furthering damaging their reputation among fans and people around the league that it is already. Because just like as of right now, they people keep bringing up the past and how they treated past players, stuff that they wasn't people wasn't talking about previously because people didn't know about these past transgressions with the Chicago Sky because the WNBA wasn't paid attention to previously.
right. Mm-hmm.
And so now people is bringing all this stuff up, and the noise and the and the uncomfortableness that they talk about the Chicago Sky as an organization. I don't think they want to further damage their reputation by trading somebody that's clearly a superstar, somebody that's clearly beloved and valued by other teams. And so I think that's a hard pill to swallow to do that, especially just to what placate a general manager and a former player
Mm-hmm.
who hasn't been able to do nearly as much financially for the franchise as Angel Reese has.
Mm-hmm.
That just like I said, that's just a hard thing for me to be convinced of as of this time.
Hey, I agree. Look, if it wasn't the Chicago Sky, every one of your points I feel will be more than valid. She's very valuable to the organization. I mean, I hope they can see that. I just don't know, with this power struggle that's going on, Deval. I
Hmm.
just don't know who's going to end up on top of that power struggle because it's clear to me somebody has to go in
Yes,
order to make this work. But I'm hoping she wins that power struggle, but I
mhm,
can see a place where she don't
yeah,
because of the dysfunction of the organization.
I see that, but like, ooh,
Mhm.
that's you know what I'm saying. That's just like drinking some apple cider and vinegar, but not in the water.
It's
That's
nasty.
hard to swallow. That's a burn that you can't recover from.
No.
And so I just like, man, I understand Chicago Sky. They act like Barney Fife and what I'm saying, Andy Griffin, but like Jesus, I can't see it to accommodate who? Jeff P. and Vandersloot. They're just like I said, a has been and a guy that never should have been a GM at all, that wouldn't have been a GM at anywhere else. I
Duval.
don't.
Duval. I think the city will turn on him.
I think they know that. And I think that's what the hard pill to swallow is. I think, like you said the other day, I think they'll just rather sit on her rights than to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see the da- the devastation from TV networks, from like I said, the city, from like I said, reputation getting worse, and former players continue to speak out about how they mistreat their former stars, and then it started to get to a point maybe racism started to come into play.
Mm-hmm.
So while all these African American women players getting mistreated by the Chicago Sky organization, even though Deladon got mistreated as well, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it's still a majority African American league. And so if you do that, that gonna fuel that narrative as well. And it's just like, and you gotta factor in, you traded Angel Reese. This is not
Mm.
like this is not like back in the day where you go where you told, where you just like this the military, what like you know what I'm saying, like the
Mm-hmm.
mentality of back in the day where players of all sports did what they told without any hesitation, without any bad talk or questioning why they had to do certain things. At this point, you do that, you trade Angel Reese. What star player out of college would want to go there?
None.
And that's another thing you have to factor in too. What star player would want to say, "Hey man, you trade Angel? What make you think you wouldn't trade me? What make you think you wouldn't mistreat me or you know what I'm saying, and not consider my feelings or how I feel about certain things? What would make like say the 2027 draft when you got the big draft with Hidalgo and Juju and like I said for Wiley, let's just say somebody like what Michaela Williams
Mm-hmm.
LSU, she probably be around that spot, the seventh pick. What make you think she won't be like, man, I don't want to go there. Don't draft me.
No. Right. Right.
You know, I'm just saying that's somebody I think will be at that spot because I'm taking 2027 draft because they have the pit swap with Washington.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so Washington say even if they were bad and they got the number 2 pick in 2027 draft and Washington got the number 5 pick in 2027 draft. Now it's a pit swap. So now you at the spot where somebody like a Michaela Gilbert be at, or you know what I'm saying, the
Mm-hmm.
girl from what's it called, Blake from Vanderbilt, she
Yeah,
might
yeah,
be at
yeah.
that spot.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So if you got somebody like that at that spot, they might be like, nah, Chicago, I don't want to go there. Please pass on me.
Mm-hmm.
You think they want to deal with that? I
Yeah.
it
They
is
need to
it.
get they need to get their stuff together. Duval. My hands are
I know it, and it
it's
ain't because you got put on shore deodorant.
right. Ain't because I'm getting stuck up or nothing
Yeah,
like that.
it just it's a hard thing for me to imagine when the easy thing to do is tell Jeff P, you don't have to terminate him. You can just say, man, we're gonna move you to another department.
Kind of like the fever. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll relocate you to another department. You're on the last year of your deal anyway. We're gonna
Hmm.
pay you. You know, so we might even pay you a little extra just to keep your mouth shut. We're gonna put you in
Right.
the NDA. We'll get a new GM in here. The new GM in here allow that new GM to reevaluate the roster, and
Hmm.
they could save face by rearranging him, still keeping Tyler Marsh. You know, I don't think that's the right decision either, but I think that's the lesser of two evils because the new GM most likely will get rid of Vandersloot. And
Hmm.
so I think that's an easier pill to swallow where majority of the people will be on board with that than trading Angel, Sierra, Reese. I just don't see it at this time.
Well, Duval, we look because we love speculation.
Hmm.
We
Yes.
gonna talk about these possible destinations. Hopefully, the Chicago Sky don't do the most idiotic business move would have seen in sports. But
Hmm.
hey, they are pretty incompetent. So let's go through these landing spots.
Yes.
I'm gonna reference this article, which was by Bleacher Report. They gave about um, six landing spots. The first one they said was the Mystics. Um, the Mystics have about they got that great young core Duvall.
Hmm.
They got picks. I think three first rounders.
Hmm.
They actually got the draft capital to say, hey, Sky, what you doing with your disgruntled, you know, star? She seems
Hmm.
to be disgruntled. Um, if we throw you a couple of these picks, will you give us Angel Reese? Do you think that's a possible deal that could be made?
I would say this. I think Angel will have mixed emotions by playing in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Only because, yeah, on one hand, she'll play in her hometown where her family can see her play. But I think Angel seems like the type of person that want to get away from her hometown so she could, like, kind of grow and spread her wings and not have to deal with, you know what I'm saying, the family and friend pressure of playing in her hometown city every day. I think she wants to, like, really see what else is out there as far as living her life journey, if that makes sense. Now, the trade itself, I just don't think it makes sense because you trade Angel to watch the misses to be the five because Kiki can't play the five. She
Right,
she barely could play the four, to be honest with you. And so I don't, I think Angel wouldn't mind playing the five, but would she want to play the five for that team?
right,
I think she'll play the five for a team like Minnesota if you got a Hall of Fame four already there. Or if you go to Seattle and you got Necker already there and she played the five, you know, said to take over for Izzy McAvoy. But I just don't see her playing the five in Washington because that what she would have to do if she was to get traded there. Because she damn sure ain't coming off the bench. Because she better than Kiki. And so
right,
if you trade her and you put her at the four and you say you keep Sakira Austin at the five
right.
and you got
That's
Kiki
what I
coming
was
off the
about to
bench,
say.
and so now you got Kiki off the bench, how you think Kiki gonna feel? How you think dysfunction? How that locker room gonna be off the rip?
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
now you got to trade Kiki too.
yeah. And
So
that's
I
why I
just
don't
don't.
think it works.
Yeah, I don't think that trade makes sense because of that reason. Because you instantly bring in bad chemistry between one Angel and Kiki because, like I said, Kiki coming on the bench because Angel better. And so, or if you keep Kiki at the start and you put Angel at the five, now do you think Angel want to play the five in it on a team where she don't feel like is a contender at this time?
Hmm.
A
And
position
if,
that she don't want to play like that, but she will play it if it's for a Hall of Fame four that's already there, but not somebody that she feel like she better than. It would be equivalent to remember when A Rod went to the Yankees in a trade from the Rangers, and remember he had slide to third base because
yeah,
Derek Jeter was already shortstop.
I remember.
He had to swallow his pride and remove from a position that he was a Hall of Famer at to a position that he never played before but if for Derek Jeter, that is also a Hall of Fame. You know, he was better than Jeter. But I don't think A-Rod would make that move if he would have got traded to the Red Sox and Garcia Parra at that time was still the shortstop. Because in his mind, he felt like he better than Garcia Parra, and Garcia Parra is not as established at that point in time in his career as a Derek Jeter. So that just would have been that's how I could equate the Angel Reese situation going to Washington with A-Rod going to the Yankees being moved to third base.
And in my opinion, Washington Mystics really need a shooting guard more so than they need another four.
I think the trade that would have made sense was Kiki. Now, if you would say Kiki for Angel, that's
Mm.
more of a pill that could be swallowed by two organizations. Then you talk about Citron for Angel. And if you trade Citron for Angel, what would that say about this guy in the first place? It'll be like if you didn't like her like that in 2025, why a year later? You couldn't forecast and see how well she will adjust to the WNBA, where you traded for somebody that you could have had a year ago for free.
Duvall. The only way it makes sense to me is if you, like you say, you you give up Kiki for
Hmm.
Angel,
Yeah.
and then you maybe get a shooting guard out of free agency somewhere,
Yeah.
and you know you already got a point guard that never got to play because she got hurt. She was the
Hmm.
rookie, and then you run that and see, and you run Angel with Shakira Austin, which I think Angel and Shakira Austin would be pretty good together.
Yeah.
But
Great together.
I don't know. Somebody would have to leave that Mystics team because I do believe Kiki is the starter. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's what I would do. But other than that, it don't make sense.
Nah, the only way it'll make sense is, like I said, you trade Kiki and you still get those first round picks, and you
Right.
take your first round pick and the first round pick you got for Kiki, with Kiki, I mean, and
Mhm.
you turn around and you trade that to Dallas for Enrique. That's how you'll get your shoot guard, and then you got your
Mhm.
power forward.
Right.
That's the only way that would make sense. But as of right now, not for
Mm.
not for Citron. I just don't see that.
Well, all right. Let's get to the next person. Number two, they got the New York Liberty. Now you know this New York Liberty thing been running around social media for a long
Hmm.
time. The only thing with New York Liberty, I'll read this right quick. To extend this group's run, the Liberty may need to take a big swing and trade for one of the league's fastest rising young stars in Reese. They could offer a package built around Nayara Sabali, who's under contract through 2026, along with 2027 first and second round picks. So what they saying is the Sky will have to get back 2027 first round picks. Do you think that's something the Sky would wanna give up Reese for a future first round pick?
I don't think. First of all, I don't think that trade will be enough.
Hmm.
Angel is a significantly better player than Sabla. I think they'll ask for more than just their 2027 first and second round pick. They'll want
Hmm.
more than that. But from a team fit standpoint, this would be a perfect fit for Angel Reese to go to a city that she really loves, that she has a lot of business ventures there already. So from a financial standpoint, it fits. From a global brand fans standpoint, it fits perfectly. And from a team aspect, even if they bring everybody back, you could slide Brianna Stewart at the three, and she'll play the three very well, which would keep Angel at the four and Jacqueline Jones at the five, which would make them a stronger team. So the New York Liberty, which has been the worst kept secret when it comes to their pursuit of Angel Reese for quite some time,
Hmm.
that would be a perfect destination for Angel based on not only the business venture aspect, but from a player standpoint, that'll be a contender team, somewhere she will be happy with, and it's a team that has a well-run reputation of, what I'm saying, being a functional franchise. In addition to you have a Teaspoon, which has a huge presence within the organization, so that could be a possibility to slide her in as a coach, and so it'll work out perfectly if that's where the Chicago Sky sent her. But I don't even think Chicago Sky would send her to a place like that just to spite her. I think
Eh,
there's
You think they're man, but you think they're just try to be mean and hateful?
yes, especially if they know the possibility of Teaspoon coaching that team, they would not trade her there just not to let Teaspoon win.
Mm,
Because you say they're dysfunctional, right?
they are,
That's something that a dysfunctional franchise would do.
but but if New York offer them multiple picks and Sabali,
Hmm. It had to be the best trade package on the board by far.
hmm
It had to be the best trade package, and it's not a close second between the other people that is involved with trying to pursue for Angel Reese.
hmm yeah. All right, we'll get to the next person because New York has been campaigning for that since the season started. They was already on it. The next destination they have is the Valkyries. The Valkyries have a first round pick too.
Hmm.
I don't think they really have anything. I don't think they really have a player they can give up for Reese, but they do have picks. What you think?
I don't think Kate Martin would do it. I
hmm
think that package would have to be centered around somebody like Veronica Burton. I think
Yeah,
that'll be a better attractiveness to the Chicago Sky, or even somebody like a Kayla Thornton than a Kate Martin.
yeah. Why
Because
is this article talking about a first round pick and Kate Martin?
I think because of the salary wise, but I think
Oh,
Veronica Burton and Kayla Thornton not making that much either. So I think that would be more of a attractive piece than Kate Martin, first of all. Now, as far as the trade itself on Angels aspect, I think this will be a great fit too. Only
hmm
because she will bring the Valkyries' name value to relevance,
hmm
especially out in the West Coast. A lot of times the West Coast get ignored from the national media standpoint because they so out west and they so out there and they play later than what I'm saying
Right, yeah, yeah, yeah.
from
Later
people
than
in it.
everybody else. Yeah.
It's rarely few teams that really stand out from a name recognition standpoint out west because of the time zone difference. One of them is the Dodgers, and another one is the Lakers. Like I said, even from an NFL standpoint, the the Rams have won a Super Bowl, and the Chargers have been relevant as far as contending for division titles and wild card spot for quite some time, and they even haven't been relevant in the national conscious because they playing out west, and a lot of times out west could be ignored. So from a brand standpoint, I think Angel will bring that brand to a place that they haven't been before, or they'll be in time soon without her. And most importantly, I would love this for Angel because of the coach.
Yeah.
Nally, I think, is a top three, if not five, best coach in basketball.
hmm
So to have her tutelage with Angel and the type of coaching style Nally is a get in your face, rah rah type of coach, and that what
Right.
Angel
And that's what
loves.
Angel loves. Yeah.
That what she yearned for. She yearned for a coach like that. That's a coach that Angel would instantly respect. And so if you if you make a trade out west, Angel would love going there for that aspect for the coach. She will clearly be the star of the superstar of the team, and it'll still be like it'll be her team. It's not like she'll be going to another person's team. They'll
Mhm.
still be like it'll be her franchise. And most importantly, is like I said again, she'll bring that team that's out west that get ignored to national relevance. And that's something that you need if you the Golden State Valkyries. Sometimes you need to shake it up to really put yourself in the national conscience of people, especially if you're trying to grow your brand as a organization.
But do you think one first round pick and Kate Martin is enough for Chicago Sky to do that deal?
No, they have to
I
add
don't
more
think
to it.
so either. Yeah.
They had, like I said again, yeah, one Kmart can't be the centerpiece. It had to be either Burton or Thornton,
Mhm.
and add probably a couple of firsts for that to even be something that Chicago
Feasible.
was considered. Because, like I said, you're not just trading for Angel Reese, the basketball player.
Mhm.
You trading for Angel Reese, the financial go getter too, when it comes to what she would bring to your organization.
Mhm.
So so Chicago Sky in a lot of ways gonna look for a first round pick because of the basketball player and first round pick because of the financial, you know what I'm saying, financial conscience that she will bring to your organization. So they'll at least want two from a lot of organizations. Unless
I
they having
agree.
a unless they getting a good piece back.
Right. I agree. I agree.
Hmm.
Let's get to the next one is the Atlanta Dream. The Atlanta Dream. I'll read a little bit. Uh, do they have the Atlanta Dream? Um, the way they have this set, they say Chicago could reset by dealing for Nas Hillman, who only has a 66,000 salary and a 2026 first round pick. Hillman is set to be a restricted free agent this offseason, so any deal will be contingent on her agreeing to sign and trade with Chicago. Also, Reese would immediately slide into front court rotation that could lose Brianna Jones and Brittany Griner, both of whom are on expiring deals. With those veterans possibly gone after 2025, Reese will become the long-term answer next to Howard and Gray, assuming the Dream retained both impending free agents.
Mm.
Uh, this is kind of like, again, I think it was, will Chicago do this deal with just Nas Hillman and a 2026 first round pick? Is that enough?
That will not be enough. They have to
Mm,
add another one. But
mm,
I think from a team fit standpoint, this will fit Angel probably the second best as of right now for all the teams that you mentioned besides the Liberty.
mm-hmm.
I would think of Brianna Jones would resign if they know they're getting Angel and she will play the five and they'll just say, see you later, Brittany Griner. Thank you for your
Yeah,
service.
yeah, and
And
it makes a lot of sense.
if you get that four core right there together, now you're talking about them being championship favorites.
Yeah.
And so from a Chicago aspect, they will want not only Nas Hillman, but they probably will also ask for Pow and 2026, 2027 first and second round pick because they're not getting a star back. They're not even getting a established player back. You know, I think
Mm-hmm.
Nas Hillman, did she win? I want to say
Um,
six man of the year.
six man of the year, she did.
Yeah, but that ain't Angel Reese. And so
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This
don't
was
say
her season. This was her best season by far.
yeah. So I'm just saying that's why I think Chicago will want significantly more than just a Nas Hillman. But and you know, say even a Papa Nas Hillman and multiple first round and second round picks won't be enough. But they have to have something to sell to their fan base.
Hmm.
I'm talking Chicago Sky
Yeah, yeah,
because, like
yeah,
I said, they just getting Nas Hillman in the first man. That's a slap in the face.
yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know how you sell that one.
they'll rather you just squat on Angel Reese rights than to do that.
And
No, not.
I love Nas Tillman, but it's not the same at all.
But I would love this for Reese, even from a business aspect. Atlanta is a predominantly black market.
It would fit her
Uh,
like a glove.
yes, and they'll move their arena from what the College Park area
Hmm.
to
They have to go bigger, go to a bigger arena.
yeah, they'll go downtown to I ain't gonna say the American Airlines Arena. I forgot it used to call the Phillips Arena, but I don't know what it's called now. It
Hmm.
might be the State Farm Arena. So they'll go to the State Farm Arena
Yeah,
because
that's what it's called. Yeah,
yeah, it
yeah,
used to
yeah.
be Phillips Arena back in the Gap, but
Back in
now
the day.
it's so State
Hmm.
Farm Arena. They'll have to move their games there, and then like I said, a predominantly African American city. I think Angel will revitalize the city in ways that nobody in the Atlanta Dream can do it. Because
Hmm.
like I said again, the one time I came to see her play, um, you ride around Atlanta, you don't need to know that Atlanta Dream even have a team.
Right.
You don't see them nowhere. You don't see them on billboards or anything of that magnitude. And so that wouldn't be the case with Angel. She would be the biggest star in Atlanta by far. And I'm talking about in all sports. I'm talking about NFL football, NBA basketball. She bigger than Trey Young. And not even close. You
Hmm.
talk about baseball, she bigger than what's it got? A Tube? She
Hmm.
bigger than him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Tube for Atlanta Braves, and she bigger than Tube. She like I said, she will be the biggest star in Atlanta by far. So you will see her everywhere, and then with all these celebrities that's already in Atlanta, that would be a sight to see when it comes to how they will be reinvested in going to the game for Atlanta Dream just to see her play.
Hmm.
And we know Angel Reese pulls out all the celebrities in all cities that she plays at,
Oh,
especially
she'll fit
those.
that city like a glove, man.
Hmm
She'll revitalize them. That sports. She'll
hmm
revitalize that sports culture.
hmm
Uh-huh.
especially in markets that has big time celebrity men and women presence there. She will bring out the best of them to games that at State Farm Arena once, say she be traded to Atlanta Dream. She would, say she would bring out stars in ways that like even the Hawks couldn't bring out. Even the Atlanta Falcons couldn't bring out. She is different. So like from a financial aspect, from a relevant aspect, from a team aspect, Atlanta Dream probably is the second best fit as of right now on this list that you listed out of all the teams besides New York. Now the only caveat, which I don't think, reason why I don't think the Atlanta Dream would do this, because I got my own conspiracy theory.
Hmm.
What happens if I say they go after Asia Wilson instead? What happened even if they win the title? What happened, Jackie Young say, you know what, I just want to do something else. I had my run here. I maximized my situation here. I just want to play somewhere else. Say Las Vegas Aces already feel like they're going to move on for Chelsea Gray because she's older, and they feel like, what I'm saying, they need to get younger at that spot. What happens if somebody like Beckham and say, you know what, I did all I could do with the Vegas Aces. Maybe let me start to pursue a NBA head coaching job. So let me go back on somebody's bench and be like the first chair so I can get the opportunity. And then Asia be like, you know what? Mark Davis, I gave you 3 championships. I gave you 4 MVPs. I gave you all I could at this organization. I don't want to be a part of rebuild. Can you trade me to somewhere I can play with my best friend? And they put a trade package together to get Asia Wilson instead of Angel Reese. That's what I'm more looking at if I'm the dream than I'm looking at Angel at this time. Because I can see a scenario where Asia want to relocate, not only because Atlanta is the furthest team to the south where she'll be closer to her boyfriend, fiance, husband. I know they ain't married yet, but it could be head to that direction. And from my Asia Wilson's aspect, she played with her best friend. And she close to South Carolina, so she'll be close to family. So I think that would be more of a fit like a glove than even the Angel Reese aspect of this situation. I ain't mean to go off, say off
Mm-hmm.
the rails, but I think I can see that being more pursued than the Angel Reese trade as of right now.
Hmm. I just don't know if they have enough assets. You talking about like if she come as a free agent,
With
right?
Asia,
Yeah.
no, Asia ain't no free agent in 2026, right? I think she signed past 2026. Past,
I can't remember. They got so many of them that's being free agents now. I don't know if she's one of them,
but like I said,
but
even
they would
she,
have to give up a lot,
that's what I'm saying. That I think
and
they'll
they would
do
have
that.
to give up Ryan or Alicia Gray. Well,
They gonna
you
give her
was
Lisa Gray because she wouldn't want to go there without that. I think they'll give her
yeah,
Ryan Howard and they'll give her three firsts because she'll be worth all that. I think they'll
and
clear. I think they'll
she
clear
go
the.
to Vegas
Yes, I think they'll clear the
and,
debt for Angel. Not Angel.
into
Angel. Asia.
into a rebuild. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, I really do think the Angel to um to Atlanta works because Angel is and her, Alicia Gray, and Ryan Howard around about the same age.
Yes.
They all young. Um, Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard embraces that city wholeheartedly,
Yes.
and I think Angel would embrace it wholeheartedly too.
Of
And
course.
then that would be a way for Atlanta to finally get the footprint they want and expand.
You know
So
what?
it would be twofold for Atlanta. Atlanta can could use Reese
Hmm.
to expand that franchise that I don't think Asia would expand
Oh,
like Reese would expand.
of course,
So
100%.
if it was me, I would pursue Reese for for the basketball. Don't get me wrong, but so I can get my team out of that small arena.
Yes. You 100% right now. Asia, great player, GOAT
Hmm.
conversation, all that. She ain't Angel Reese.
Hmm.
Popularity, she's not Angel Reese, she's not even close. So no, I'm not talking about from that aspect. I'm just saying because her best friend is there, and because it's close to South Carolina, and because, like I said, her boyfriend is in Miami.
Hmm.
I think if they decide, if Vegas Aces decide to just, hey, let's just go full rebuild, I think that'll be the number one place she would want to go because of those reasons. But yes, getting Angel Reese in Atlanta would do things that no other player besides Caitlyn could do. Because you gotta think about Atlanta is what they call maybe the sleepy town, big city in the South.
Hmm.
Was where you talk about a top five market in the United States, but you couldn't tell based on the lack of presence in the national conscious in football, NBA, NLB with the Atlanta Braves and the soccer team. It's just
Hmm.
like you wouldn't even know that these teams were successful at one point or another because you don't know you rarely hear about them
Hmm.
because they
Hmm.
don't have they don't have a transformational superstar that will represent them in a way where make people pay attention to the franchise itself. She would be the biggest star in Atlanta since Michael Vick.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying. They need that. Yeah, again, because they had it with Michael Vick,
yes.
and we've seen when Atlanta gets their star,
Hmm.
oh, they
She
promote their star.
she would be the biggest superstar since Michael Vick. Now Michael Vick was the only one that took Atlanta from a made them from a regional star to a international superstar. United States, everybody want to pay attention to Atlanta Falcons because of his presence.
Correct.
She would do that for the dream. So yes, I understand completely and agree with you completely from that aspect. Yes, she would do that, but I just feel like from both aspects, when it comes to Atlanta Dream, I can see both players being a good fit for that market.
I understand. I get it. I get it, man. Hey, the look, the fifth one,
Mm.
the Storm, Seattle.
Mhm.
This article says, because we already know that Seattle got some first round picks.
Mhm.
They say a realistic package would likely feature Seattle's 2026 first round pick paired with Dominique Malanga, the 19-year-old rookie center from France. Malanga has the athleticism to grow into the front court anchor, making her an ideal piece for Chicago to
Mhm.
develop alongside Camila Cardoso. Adding a first round pick gives the Sky both an immediate prospect and a long term draft flexibility. So what I'm understanding is they're thinking that Seattle would trade Malanga to Chicago for Reese.
Mm.
It's what I'm understanding from this.
Yeah, that one reading
Uh,
too.
So, they had to give up on their star. They just drafted. Uh, and they say adding the first round pick gives the Sky both an immediate prospect and a long term draft flexibility. You you know what,
Now.
Devo? I can see it because then they will have another because she's projected to be a star herself, but just not the type of star that we're talking about with Reese on and off the court. But she's projected to be
Mhm.
a post star to pair and then pair her with Cardoso
Mm.
with the first round pick. I can see it. Look, I'm hesitating.
Mm.
I can see it. I just don't know if Seattle would do it. But they still got Gumake and and Skylar over there. I guess it depends on if Agumake and Skylar is gonna stay. But then if you got Agumake at the 4, you got Ezzy over there at the 5. I don't. Is that a great fit for Reese?
This the only fit that's questionable. As of right now. Now the Seattle Storm. Let me say this: as
Hey.
far as a team fit, as for trading the players, yeah, they would do it in a heartbeat. Because yeah,
Mhm.
Malonga, she has some upside.
Yeah,
She
she's
ain't
projected to
Reese.
be right.
She ain't Reese. That's different. Angel Reese will be looked at in the Sue Bird and not Red what's my good Brianna Stewart mold. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? We think Malonga got upside. We already know what Angel Reese floor is. That's a difference. And I think a lot of teams would rather take the floor that they already know than the upside that could be reached. Cause a lot of people don't always reach their upside. And let's not forget, Angel got a big upside too. That upside is huge as well. It ain't like she don't have any room for growth. She
Mhm.
have a big growth as well. But for a team fit, I don't see Angel wanting to go there without a Necker and Scholar. I think they'll have to be there for her to even want to go there.
Mhm.
And so if they not there, she not gonna want to go way out west where she away from her family and everybody else in a market that really don't fit her like that. That you know what I'm saying, for her to want to be there. So I just think there'll be a difficult sell on Angels aspect to go to Seattle without those two players being a part of it. I just
Without Skylar and
yes,
Naneka already signed and ready to go.
yes, they'll have to be there already for her to even want to go there. Cause like I
But
said again,
if they stay and have I think that's a significant boost to that team.
of course,
Uh-huh.
but I just don't think Angel will want to go there under those circumstances. And who will be the coach?
That's the other thing now. I don't know who they're gonna pick.
because, like I
Might
said,
be Sandy Brundella.
now that changes things. If you got Sandy Brondell and you got Skylar Necker, now now that's an attractive team to go to.
Hmm.
Even if the market's not as attractive to Reese as other markets that we had listed on this trade package, but just the one questionable team that I have as of right now because of the uncertainty of Necker and Skylar both being pending free agents. Do Reese want to go to a place like that that's so far away from everybody? And from a business aspect, she don't feel like it would be a fit for her, in my opinion, based on what she got going on.
And Ezzy also is another person that needs to resign. But to be honest with you, both teams will win in this scenario. And the reason why I say that is because even though Malonga is not Reese, she still got a potential upside that they
Yes,
maybe can sell to their fan base. You see what I'm saying?
yes,
And kind of quiet them down, and then also keep Cardoso. And then on the other side with Seattle, um, they have another boost to trying to win a championship, and it'll take the pressure off Necker. Reese up in there doing what she do, doing the dirty work. That Necker's not really. I mean, she's not really a rebounder and all that stuff, but Reese can really fortify that front court. And then you got Izzy. If they can re-sign Izzy, you got Izzy up and you got Reese up in there rebounding, you got Izzy up in there blocking. Oh,
hmm
look, it'll be tough, man. That'll be, and if they can get Slim and all of them to buy back in, the Storm will be, it'll be dangerous. But,
like I said,
but
she'll be the biggest star in Seattle as
yeah,
of right now, and she probably be the biggest star that they had since Brianna Stewart,
hmm
and she's
and
a
if
bigger
they
star than her.
and if they get Sandy,
Very interesting.
man, 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 that's all I can say. I like
Mhm.
Sandy as a coach, but hold
But
on, we'll get to the next. And then the last one is, of course, the expansion team. So any one of those expansion teams, Portland Fire or Toronto, they both have first round picks, and it'll be her team for either one of those teams.
yes,
And but Portland or Toronto, Toronto's cool.
hmm
Portland's a real big basketball um town, but both those are kind of like Seattle. Would she want to go to Toronto and Portland? It's kind of like on that same. At least Portland is on that same coast. You know what I mean?
yeah. I think Portland, yes, Portland be they'll be a hard sell to Angel. I think Toronto is very slept on. That's
Okay.
probably the biggest, quietest city that people don't talk about. Toronto is,
You trying to send out there with Drake?
yeah, man. I ain't trying to sit out there, Drake. Drake be having stuff going on in that big old mansion. Nah, man, we ain't trying to go out there. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to have her to say quality and all that. Nah, y'all got it.
Right.
Going to the same restaurant that Drake got robbed at, what I'm saying, for a chain in 2009. Look that up. Nah, I ain't trying to sit out there. But from a team aspect, I will say this. I think those two teams would be attractive to her
Mhm.
if they get Teaspoon.
Mm.
If one of them sign Teaspoon, I can see her being attracted to either one of those teams. Cause
Mhm.
that'll be the elixir. Cause what it'll be equivalent to is, do I want to taste some cough syrup by itself? Nah, cough syrup nasty. But if you give me some orange juice and some cough syrup, it'll be easy for me to drink. I still taste that bitter taste of cough syrup, but that orange juice will kind of cancel it out. But and that's the same thing with Tempo and the Portland franchise. If you send her there just on if merit, she won't want to go there. Neither team. But if you have a teaspoon there and you send her to one of those teams, now it'd be a lot more attractive to her
Hmm.
than as of right now. I just, I don't see neither team that's attractive to her at this moment.
Hmm.
It just, it's no shade to those two cities. I mean, like I said, Toronto is a very slept on
Hmm.
big city that say people don't talk about enough. That people say that is a very good party city and
Right, it
everything
is.
else. And like I said, Portland, my God, I don't what's out there.
Right.
Like I mean, she'll bring them a national revenue. Don't get me wrong, but as far as
Right.
her enjoyment
Yeah.
was out there, man. Remember they had to have the Portland Trail, Portland jailblazers for a reason. All of them were getting out, caught smoking weed and stuff out there, getting arrested because they wasn't shit to do. You know what I'm saying? They had to make up something to do because it wasn't nothing to do in Portland. You
You
know what I'm saying?
right.
Only thing out there in Portland is rain and depression. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to deal with that. You know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
hey, I know. Look, even though we finished this list, I got one of that on the list.
Hmm.
What if the Minnesota League package up that number 2 pick in this draft and Alana Smith and Angel Reese?
They'll be perfect for I want to say for both teams for this aspect. I think a lot of Smith would not bring any excitement to the Chicago Sky remaining fan base because I don't know how much many people would be left if you trade Angel.
Right.
But what would make Alana attractive to Chicago and what would make Alana Smith be open to go back to Chicago is the prospect of playing with Vandersloot again because of that 2021 championship.
Hmm.
She would have a comfort zone with playing with a Vandersloot, and she would have a familiarity with Jeff P. And Area Atkins would be somebody that she would be okay with because, like I said, Vandersloot would give her the stamp that what I'm saying Vandersloot that Area Atkins is cool because that's what I'm saying somebody that she admires and respects.
Hmm.
So from a Chicago aspect, I think it'll fit because of that reason. And Minnesota, I guess what I'm saying you get a second chance of a first impression.
Reese can correct her mistake. She kind of in hot water right now, and it's
Hmm.
looking a little iffy. She could
Hmm.
correct her mistake, give up the first round pick, give up
Hmm.
Smith, bring in Reese, and she got a whole bunch of other play. She always got players out the yin yang.
Yeah.
These other, because I like Shepard. I even like the Russian. They got Maria. I like her. I mean, they have enough, but that would put Reese with Courtney and Heidemann and Fee and and
But
McBucket.
yeah.
I mean,
Now they'll be two times behind because, like I said, they would have drafted Reese like they should have. They would have had a
Hmm.
title last year, title this year. Now, if you trade for her now, you'll get that title next year, but you still be two titles short of what you would
True.
have if you would have did it right. But what would have really made this team more dangerous and the favorites? Because yes, Alana Smith is a great defender. She ain't Reese.
Hmm.
And the only reason why Alana Smith is getting these defensive teams and won defensive player of the year because her team rank is first. And they
Right.
have to give it to somebody on that team. And they ain't want
Yeah,
to give it to Fee and give her defensive player of the year 2 years in a row, in my opinion.
I agree.
But I guarantee you, Angel was on that team. With the team rank, Angel would win defensive player of the year. She would
Hmm.
win defensive player of the year. She would win first team all defense.
And she'll get developed because Minnesota has some of the best development for their players.
They have the best
And
development system in the WNBA.
and she would get coached hard by Cheryl.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
there's that. And Cheryl can correct her mistake that she over here crashing out about right.
Yeah.
She crashing out because you extra crash out when you realize, damn,
Yeah. I was drunk on stupid. That's exactly what she was
what
doing.
could have been.
And I'm gonna throw in one more thing that you I would throw in a wild card, but I know
Mm,
this team won't do it because the politics behind it. But I got a perfect team that would do it for Angel. The
mm,
wild card team I'm gonna throw in that I know won't do it, but will shake up the world is the FIFA. And
mm,
the reason why I
mm,
think the
mm, mm.
FIFA wouldn't do it, not because of Caitlyn. 'Cause I think Caitlyn will want it. I think Caitlyn will want it in the worst way, because Caitlyn love a dog. And Angel's a dog. And she loves somebody just like her. Now, before that trade would happen, Angel will want some concessions. Angel will tell Caitlyn, hey, look, that Dave Portnoy and your hour on buddy, they can't be on the
Mm-hmm.
sideline. Now, if you want to put them in the booth, in the suite, cool. But they can't be on the sideline, and Sophie Cunningham can't be on the team. She had to cut them loose. And if you get a Angel on Indiana, they playing the football stadiums.
So you don't think Natasha Howard moved the needle or something?
Hell,
You know?
not no Angel Reese.
Just
Shit.
messing with you. I'm just
Nah, no,
messing
no, no,
with
no,
you.
no. Cause
And
like I
plus,
said,
they need somebody that can get up and down the court. Natasha Howard is not that player.
and Angel is a perfect fit for the type of style of play that Caitlyn like to play. That up tempo, fast pace. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Run up the court and catch it in stride and lay it up. That's Angel's game. And because Angel got ball handling abilities, it'll give Caitlyn the ability to run up the court and run to the 3-point line where Angel will pass to her and she just catch and shoot, which will amplify Caitlyn's game. But the reason why I don't think that trade will work is not because of Caitlyn, not because of Angel. You know, I think if you put both of those on the same team, like I said, they play in the football stage. They play in the Lucas Oil Arena. If they go to Atlanta, they play in the Mercedes Benz Dome. They go to when they play Dallas Wing, they'll be playing in the Cowboy Stadium. Like I said, if you go to when they play the Sparks, they'll play in the what it called SoFi. They will play in football stadium. It'll be so many people that want to see that. You talk about
Duvall,
they'll be doing 35 for their game.
Duvall, you trying to make our baby girl the ops?
Nah, I'm just saying that'd be the great trade, but I'm gonna tell you why it won't happen. And it won't happen not because of Angel, not because of Caitlyn, not because of even the team. Kind of interest you in Nike.
Uh, but
Angel
I
put Bebop.
but you know what? I can see this guy doing the spider.
Yeah, but look at this. I don't think Nike will go for it. I don't think Nike will tell because what Nike would do is tell the FIBA not to do it.
Mm,
Reason why that is because Angel put Reebok back on the map.
mm-hmm.
And so now, if you put Reebok back on the mount, now she gonna invade in real estate. Now she invading in the territory of where they think it'll be a Nike predominant area. With say with the fee because of Caitlyn. And they wouldn't want that type of friction between the opposition when it comes to the Nike shoe and the Reebok shoe. So I think Nike, we all know, play a lot of politics behind the scene, including the 2024 Olympics, allegedly not
Mm-hmm.
wanting Jalen Brown to be on the team because of he being critical of Nike in 2023 with the Kyrie situation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we know Nike play politics behind the scene, and I think Nike would get involved when it comes to, saying that aspect of the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark trade. But I'm gonna throw one man name out there because I'm gonna do this quickly
I
before we
look,
got to go.
my subscribers, look. The ball just out there throwing out stuff. Don't be up in the comments going ham. Go ahead, Jamal.
I got one more quick trade. I think this would be the perfect trade for all parties involved.
Okay.
That's the Sparks. The reason why I say the Sparks would be the perfect trade, even though people think I would say Dallas, but I think Sparks would be the perfect trade because you could trade. They wanted Angel allegedly at the number 2 pick when she came out in 2024, but I think ownership and GM wanted somebody. They wanted to bring. We knew Kurt Miller and Magic wanted Angel.
Hmm.
And so that's be a trade from a marketability standpoint. We know what it'll do for LA. And the trade package they could bring back to Chicago is a Rakia and a first,
Mm.
which will be a team fit for Chicago Sky because already could resign you could resign Ari Atkins and you already got Vandersloot and you have Camilla. You put Rakia at the 3 and you could just keep Maddie Westby at the 4. So from a team fit, it'll fit the Chicago Sky team.
And the fan base would like Rakia.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But from a LA standpoint, business wise, they would do numbers for both Angel and the LA Sparks. Then you could resign when you don't have to resign Derrick Henry, you could let Derrick Henry walk at this point. You could bring back Brink and make her the 5. And you
Hmm.
could if you like Sarah Barker, you could make her, say the 3.
Hmm.
And say Kelsey Plum is the 2, and you could was Kelsey Plum the 1, you can find your 2 in free agency because I think it'll be a lot easier to recruit free agents from to LA with what they got going on than to Chicago with the status quo.
Lisa Leslie be right down the street. She can go see her baby girl play.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. They'll have to let go of someone,
Yeah.
and Chicago would get whoever that person is. Chicago, it would be somebody that can be productive. Like I say, Rakia is a good. She's a Detroit girl, right? The
Yeah.
fan base love Rakia,
Hmm.
and then they will still have young talent.
She'll be a consolation prize. And
Hmm.
yeah, you said Lisa Leslie could come see her at all the games, but
Hmm.
also her ops could come see her all the games too.
Not the
Miss
ups.
Miss Pops, Miss Parker.
Miss Parker.
Yeah, Miss Parker could come see her at all the games as well. And she could continue and she could continue to make content on a dry ass podcast. You know what I'm saying? Watching
Shit.
Angel.
You ain't no good. You ain't
I
no
mean, that is the truth. And then Angel could continue to find Candace Parker shirts and just hide it underneath her jersey, and that way she could protest. And that's her Angel way of protesting,
good.
and giving her the Heisman stiff arm. So
But do
again,
you think do you like the Sparks coach? Do you like her?
I like her style of play.
Okay.
So I think
She need defense on that team.
yes, and I think Angel would like that style of play too. That up tempo, that will fit her. Cause she a better point forward than a Hamby,
Hmm.
as she
Hmm.
already shown. She's a better point forward Hamby, so she would elevate the type of system that Sparks coach is trying to run. Now, what I don't know is that cost is that Sparks coach is she fiery? Is she somebody that inspires the best out of people? That's what I don't know, and I think that's what something that Angel really yawning for as far as her being motivated. She want a fiery coach. She wants somebody that really coach with that passion, that love, and that competitiveness. Something that she
I
hasn't had
agree.
with Sky, with Tyler Marsh, and she had it with Teaspoon. But unfortunately, she see how Teaspoon had to tiptoe around everybody else based on what was going on in that organization, which got her kicked out the paint. But
Right.
either way, but I think that's a great trade. I think that's probably the best trade out of everybody, them and Dallas.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we about to get up out of here, but it sounds
Yeah,
like baby girl might fit everywhere.
except
If
for
you tweak
Seattle.
it, if you tweak a couple of things,
Yeah,
you just gotta tweak a couple of things, you know.
Seattle, Temple, and Portland. Ooh, yeah, do some
You just
tweaking.
you talk about you don't know about the surroundings,
Yeah,
the hanging out.
yeah, 'Cause- yeah. Cause
But
there ain't enough coffee in the world for her to want to go to Seattle without on naked and on Skylar
yeah,
digging.
but hey, they'll be an instant contenders, boy.
Hmm.
If they sign back and all they gave up was and they just give up Malonga, but they said they'll be in win now mode for sure.
Yes.
But hey man, if Chicago decide to do the unthinkable, the ball, it seemed like she got options.
Yeah. They haven't been more for.
Yeah, seemed like she got options.
But I just,
Contrary to the people's beliefs.
if you let no clockers convince you that nobody will want Angels, they you cuckoo as a cocoa nest.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff.
Yeah. You cuckoo as that cocoa bird. If you believe that Angels don't have a market, I'm telling you, man, there would be a bidding war for her.
Lord, them
That
clockers lose their mind and Fever's out there willing and dealing. We'll be calling Angel. Don't go with the ops. Don't do it.
what's that song with Andre 3000 with the international player when he said, "Don't do it, don't pursue it." Well, Andre 3000 when he was talking at the beginning of the song, he said, "Don't do it, don't pursue it."
And I can see Jeff P. And she looking at her phone like, what? Fever? Oh, damn.
Now I think before that trade would happen, I think those two would have to have a conversation.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
think
yeah.
Caitlyn and Angel will have to have a conversation to make sure that both will be on board with it. I don't
I
think the
don't,
people will even advance that trade talk without them two talking.
I don't know. Kathy Eagerbud like to have the dang on tension. So I think she making too much money off the tension for her to
Yeah,
even let that trade go through.
but they'll make more money if they together. Cause now this is why I say this would be a perfect fit for Angel and Caitlyn if they want to play together. Cause now they the Chicago Bulls '96. Now they the Beatles. That's a different breed. Now they the '90s like a '91, '92 Cowboys. That yeah, you making money with selling race between those two, Kathy. But you really make money if they both on the same team and they got that Beatles type, saying road feel to them when they go into all these cities. Like I said, they'll do. It'll be some cities that they'll do probably 50, 60,000.
But Duvall, Caitlin don't want Angel taking over her trap.
Nah, man. I don't think Caitlyn worried about that. I think Nike is
Uh,
worried about that. Nike is
uh-huh.
worried about her invading to Caitlyn real estate with her Reebok shoe. But I
It
don't
could,
think Caitlyn worried
they
about that.
they do that. She might. Ooh, never mind.
Yeah.
You be bigger than okay. Number number one. Never mind. We about to get up out of here
Yeah.
because the ball is talking about working with the ops, and we got to go when he starts talking about the ops.
You know what it is.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Please hit the like button. Please like, share, and comment. Let us know in the comments where you think is the best spot for her to land if Chicago Sky do the most idiotic business move known to man in sports. If they make this move, it will be talked about ad nauseum of how bad the organization has fallen. But it's their organization. They can do what they want to do. If it was up to me, I would mend my ways with my superstar. But hey,
Hmm.
I don't run the sky. So there's that. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We out.
Peace.